Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for joining me for another YouTube video discussion. Happy New Year to all you guys. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday and so far that the New Year is treating you right. This video is probably going to be a little bit different because I'm recording from a different angle and a different room, as you can obviously tell. But I don't really know what to do with it, right? Like, we have information about the Switch 2, but nothing's really been confirmed. So until Nintendo officially launches it, I don't really feel like talking about it. But I feel like we're going to get an announcement any day now, right? Like, we're past the holidays, so any holiday sales that they thought, let's try to get one more holiday sale, one more boom of holiday sales from the Switch, that's passed. We're moving into the fiscal year. I think it starts over at the end of March or April, or the beginning of April. So we're only a couple of months away from the new fiscal year for Nintendo to start. So I feel like any day now they're gonna show the system off and the games for it, and I can't wait for it. But in the meantime, I kind of felt like let's do one more video about the Switch 2 until we get something official from Nintendo. Because I've talked about a ton of things when it comes to the Switch 2. I know that you can go back and look at all my videos from last year about top picks of things that I want to see from it and things like that. But the main thing is I just want it to be more powerful. Because at the end of the day, I feel like gaming has hit a plateau, right? And that's a good thing for gaming in a way, just like it's a good thing for everything else in technology, right? Like, one cool thing, even though it sucks that we're not really innovating very much of our phones, what is one good thing about the fact that we're not innovating much of our phones? The fact that you don't have to really upgrade, right? The fact that if you have the latest iPhone or you have an iPhone from a couple of years ago, as long as you have the latest iOS on it, you can still get access to the same apps and the same features, right? Apple Intelligence is not just on the iPhone 16. It's on the 15 and the 14, to my understanding, as long as you upgrade to the latest iOS. So that's a good thing, right? And by plateauing with gaming, if the Switch 2 is really just a bigger, more capable Switch 2, that's great. That means it can be backwards compatible because it's using the same cartridges. You can use the same memory card that you used from the Switch 1 to bring over your digital library and your save games. You don't have to do all this weird transferring stuff like you had to do between the Wii and the Wii U. You can use the same controllers if they're what you're comfortable with, or you can use the new ones. You can use the existing Pro controller because it just goes through Bluetooth if that's what you're most comfortable with, or you can use the new one, which I hear is going to have a headphone jack, and that would be awesome to use for gaming. But you can also just continue to use the same Bluetooth headphones if you've been using that. It's a good thing. And I think by gaming hitting a plateau, we start to get more interesting. We start to work vertically with the technology that we have. We start figuring out ways to make the SSD do more of the work. Like, if they put SSD in the Switch 2, for an example, then the cartridge has to do less work, and then they can use some kind of an intelligence, some kind of a DLSS, or some kind of smart learning software to make the game look better and run better, because maybe it's really a 420 image that's being upscaled through the dock to go up to 4K. So the system's doing less work and it's capable of making it process faster, so you don't even notice it because it loads in like a second, and all you're seeing is this great, beautiful looking game because it's not really a 1080p or 4K game. It's really 720 being upscaled through this smart learning, That's the reason why I'm looking forward to this kind of stuff, is because I don't think that there's much of a jump between the PS4 and the PS5, but the PS5 loads quicker. There probably won't be much of a jump between the 5 and the 6. Xbox has basically given up. They said this isn't Xbox, through the latest campaign, so you don't even need an Xbox anymore as long as you have access to the Game Pass app. So, and that's sort of why it's a good thing, because then my phone can potentially be an Xbox to play the games that I want to play from them. So as long as I have my Nintendo Switch, whether I'm playing Switch 1 or Switch 2, I get access to the same games. It's a good thing. But as far as the features go, I hope that there's enough distinguishing stuff between it. Like we've already seen images where the IR sensor isn't there on the Switch 2. I don't know if that's just because they saw it with a case on and so they didn't see it. I don't know if they've actually gotten rid of it and they moved it to the center. Like I think I saw Game Explain talked about how it looked like it was using the IR sensor in the center for more accurate gyroscope placement. That would be cool for more accurate movement. Something else I'd love to see is what I've already talked about. Basically, just make it a PS5. Like you don't need to have the trackpad in the center. I know that would be cool, especially if you could remove all this and just do it that way. But even if you don't do it that way, that's cool. At least have the speakers back in there. That was a cool feature of the Wii, having the speakers back in there. And that would be great for if there is another Smash Bros. Game to hear the characters tell you something, or if you do something in Mario Kart, you hear the sound come from your speakers. So every player hears something different. You can make interesting mini games with stuff like that, and really just continue to use your haptics. That was the main thing. You had 3D haptics before Sony put it underneath their triggers to give you the feedback. Actually use that to where you can actually feel like that rumble feels like your bow's actually taut if you use it in a game where you're using a bow and arrow, for an example. But at the end of the day, as long as it's just distinguishable. And that's the reason why I think this is going to be the first time we're going to have a number at the end of the console. I think Switch 2 is going to be the official name for it. I don't think they're going to call it anything else. Just because of in the past when they tried to make it the same thing as the Wii, but not put a number after it, and it confused people. And we saw how the Wii U sold. Even though I understood it because it was a U-Draw tablet. So I got it. But anyways, besides that, I don't think they're going to go with the Super Nintendo. I don't think they're going to go with Super Switch. I don't think they're going to go with new Nintendo Switch or anything like that before. That hasn't really been successful for them in the past. I think they're going to go with a number. We got a different president now running it. And I think he's just going to keep it simple. The Switch has worked for them in the past. I think they're just going to keep that same form factor, keep what's worked for them in the past, and just improve upon it. But I really hope that they do bring something unique to it, other than just we got rid of the IR sensor and put it somewhere else. Maybe there's a speaker. Maybe there is, some kind of a thing here to where you have it sitting down and pointing at you. It's a camera, and you can play with the Pro Controller. Maybe facial recognition for logging in. Maybe you can actually go on the app and give your own icon like you can on everywhere else. I don't know. I can't wait to see what they're going to do with it, but I do hope that they do something different enough to where people can tell that this is a new system, because I want it to succeed. I don't want it to be another Wii U where people are confused. They're not sure if it's just a bigger Switch. And that's really about it. I don't really feel like going into too many details, because at the end of the day, I'm happy with the Switch. I'm happy with the games we have on it. For the most part, I wish we would get something exciting and new, but we got Metroid coming soon, so I'm okay with the user interface. I'm okay with the controllers. I'm okay with all of it. So if all you do is just give me a bigger Switch with a dock that can upgrade itself to make games run better or do something, and the games can run better and load better and look better, and you just give me something cool and interesting to play, you can keep this looking the exact same and just add a little C button down here. That's cool. What does that C button do? I don't know. I hope it's not just chat, because that would be weird. But at the end of the day, can't wait to see what they're going to bring for it. And I wonder what you guys want to see from the Nintendo Switch. But otherwise, I mostly just wanted to make this video. One, to get a new video out there. First video of the new year. And hopefully we're going to have a very interesting year. I might just start doing more shorts, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I want to say, but it can be like maybe 1 or 2 minutes long. But I also don't want to flood this channel with just a bunch of stuff, But that's really it, I think. I mostly just wanted to come on here, babble, and just say Happy New Year to you guys, and let you know that I am still around, still planning to make content. Might update the channel name, I don't know yet. But let me know what you guys want to see from the Switch down below. I mostly just wanted it to be a successful selling system, because the Switch was very successful selling It's one of the best-selling systems of all time, and I hope that Nintendo just keeps that track. That's it. Whether we get third-party games, a bunch of third-party support, a bunch of first-party games that just keep coming out month after month, whatever we get, I just want it to be great because I want everybody to succeed. I think all the console makers need to succeed and just learn how to work together, make games together, but also make exclusives that work. But that's about it, I think. I think that's going to be it. Sorry for dragging you guys along for so long, but I do appreciate you watching all the way to the end. Have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video, okay?